What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package, and the next stimulus package known as the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in the world today. First, we're going to start with some major breaking news over a lawsuit, which will mean possibly hundreds to thousands of dollars extra in possibly a lot of people's pockets. As you can see here, an Indiana court has ruled to immediately resume participating in the unemployment money, the CARES Act benefit, which is actually now extended from the third stimulus check package. Listen to this.
Indiana must now reinstate pandemic unemployment benefits. That's the ruling that just was handed down from a Marion County court.
Yeah, you probably remembered Governor Eric Holcomb ended those extended unemployment benefits last week, but several Hoosiers decided to sue.
And now the court says Indiana must offer the benefits again while it considers the lawsuit that now is pending against the state of Indiana.
Now, here's the interesting thing. I told you that these lawsuits were probably going to be coming just because I could read the writing on the wall. Workers in Maryland are also suing Governor Larry Hogan over their decision to end the pandemic early. And I think that this precedence that has started here in Indiana might be sweeping the country with bringing unemployment bonuses back to people that some people consider unlawful. This is because the third stimulus check package passed into law. Unemployment benefits would continue until September 6th. And this is law. It's passed by the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And these states are opting out of it. And the question is it even legal? Can these states even do this? As you can see here, a Marion County, Indiana court ruled yesterday that Indiana shall notify the U.S. Department of Labor immediately of its continued participation in the CARES Act program, the unemployment program. This decision is while the court considers a lawsuit against the state. The lawsuit was filed in June against Governor Eric Holcomb over his decision to end the extended unemployment insurance benefits on June 19th. The lawsuit was filed by various Hoosiers and clergy. This lawsuit points to Indiana Law 22-437-1 that requires the state to procure all available federal insurance benefits for their citizens. Quote, these benefits have provided life-sustaining and crucial assistance to many Hoosiers during the pandemic, said John Larimore, Executive Director of Indiana Legal Services. The legislature passed a law creating a right to those benefits, and we're asking Governor Holcomb to follow the law. Quote, we are still in a pandemic, and we still want to help people get out of the burden that they are under and not add to their burden, said Pastor David Green. So hopefully the governor has now heard from the law, heard from the judge, and the people, and he will continue to allow these benefits to flow to these Hoosiers who are desperately in need. This comes as 10 more Republican states are opting out of their unemployment benefits against the third stimulus check package that was passed into law today. Yeah, today. 10 more states are basically opting out of and stopping the extra unemployment benefits of not only the $300 per week, but also the extension of unemployment extra weeks that were passed from the first, second, and third stimulus check package now. And really, this Indiana court initial ruling, I'll call it, might set a precedence that we could see lawsuits now sweeping across the country. They're already in 2 states. I think there's 26 states that have now opted out of it, 25 Republican governors, 1 Democratic governor that's ending the unemployment benefits 5 weeks early. But they're basically going to use that money to boost the floor of the amount of unemployment benefits that everybody gets. So they're still kind of using it for unemployment benefits. But 10 more Republican governor-run states are ending today. And let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think that these lawsuits are going to basically bring back this unemployment money? Do you think we could see some back pay happen if we see some major lawsuits happen where these courts rule that the states have to give this money to the people as it was passed into law from the third stimulus check package? And really, we're going to probably see a lot of news about this. So if you're on unemployment, or you have a friend or family that's on unemployment. Last year, there was millions, tens of millions of people on unemployment. It's coming down a little slowly. Unemployment is barely eking up as we get each week's unemployment. It's creeping along at a snail's pace, slowly getting better. And that's honestly what I kind of expected because I'm a student of history. In 2008, 2009, the recession took 4 to 5 years to get unemployment back to normal. And we're probably going to see something similar to that. I mean, hopefully with these extra stimulus packages that have been passed and the new ones that are coming out, the next stimulus package and the next infrastructure package, they see the next infrastructure package will create millions of jobs. That hopefully will help. And I mean, maybe we can see it cut by half, and hopefully we'll see an economic recovery finalized in 2 to 3 years. But that's why a lot of these Democrats are saying they want not just a forced stimulus check, but a monthly recurring stimulus check in this next package. And here's the thing, we have these two different bills from the Democratic representatives, like this one in the House of Representatives, that is from Michigan Representative Tlaib, but also Democratic Representative Pramila Jayapal, who's the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is like 100 different members in the House alone. The co-authors for this bill that is a one-time $2,000 stimulus check, but then $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would continue until after 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. So at least 12 months of monthly payments, because basically the economic recovery is likely going to take 2 to 3 years at the bare minimum. And they've already passed the child tax credit 1 year increase payments. And those payments are going to start $250 to $300 per month starting on July 15th. But that doesn't help anybody who has children. And this particular bill would, if they pass this bill or something similar to this bill, which would do at least monthly checks until for everybody that qualifies for a stimulus check until 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. We know that President Biden is in favor of more stimulus. He has actually proposed the next stimulus package and the next infrastructure package. And apparently he's open to another stimulus check. In fact, all the things he's been saying recently is he's in favor and Congress can add it in. And he hasn't even said anything negative about another stimulus check. And I will think they will add in at least a single stimulus check in the next package at the bare minimum. In fact, here's an update from White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki regarding the deal that President Biden has made with the bipartisan group for the infrastructure package that might be in trouble now.
All of this is going on, a busy week. The president will also continue to work and engage closely with members of Congress about moving his agenda forward, whether it's the bipartisan infrastructure agreement just announced yesterday or the budget reconciliation process that's also moving forward. And he will continue to on his work to protect the sacred right to vote. You'll hear from him next week on that. We're still finalizing the details, and he's been engaged in that work through his career, so you'll hear more from him on that next week.
Thank you, Jen. Is the infrastructure agreement already stuck in a pothole?
You worked hard on that.
No, I did.
I like it. Absolutely not, in our view. The president is continuing to, as he said yesterday, there's work ahead. There's no question about that. But yesterday was a significant moment when you saw Democrats and Republicans and the President of the United States stand outside together and say, we've come to agreement to work toward passing a historic investment in infrastructure, one that would have, I just have this handy chart up here, I thought someone might ask about this, would have key components that would help communities across the country. And I talked with him about this morning, what he was most excited about, what he's going to continue, what his message is going to be as he continues to advocate for this bill moving forward.
I want to note something interesting here. As you can see here on this screen from her, high-speed internet for every household in America. So this kind of makes me wonder if we might see an extension or an increase of the emergency broadband program. Remember, this is the stimulus program that if you haven't applied for this, you should try. I think that about 75% of our viewers have gotten this. Some people get turned down. But the website is getemergencybroadband.org. If you haven't applied for this, write that down. Getemergencybroadband.org. And this program is passed from the second stimulus check program. And it gives up to a $50 per month discount on your broadband internet service or your home internet service or actually your cell phone bill. And this is basically money coming from the government. It was passed from the second stimulus check package to basically pay a portion of your internet bill, if not all your internet bill. I believe if your internet bill is less than $50, they'll actually pay the full 50 and you have a credit for future months. And this credit, this $50 per month or $75 per month if your household is on qualifying tribal lands, will continue for as many months as they have until the money runs out. So we've literally had thousands of people on our channel get this. It's one of those stimulus provisions that we talk about. There's like dozens of these different stimulus type of programs, along with mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance. This also has a one-time discount of up to $100 for a laptop, tablet, or desktop computer that you can get from this program as well. $50 off per month. You can apply right here. Again, the website is getemergencybroadband.org. Go and apply for this right after this video if you haven't yet, because you literally could get hundreds of dollars, paid towards your internet bill. It's from the second stimulus check package. It's stimulus money available. But anyways, I kind of wonder if her first bullet point there might lead or mean that there might be more of this money available in the future to pay your guys' internet bill. So that would be a very good program if it ends up being that.
Across the country. And I talked with him about this morning, what he was most excited about, what he's going to continue, what his message is going to be as he continues to advocate for this bill moving forward. One is the significant economic impact. It's going to help create millions of good-paying union jobs. It will also have a huge impact on low-income communities, on communities of color. It will eliminate lead pipes to stop kids from drinking poison water. Flint, Michigan should not be so far away that we don't remember the impact on that community. This is a part of this package will help prevent that from ever happening again. It includes the single largest investment in environmental remediation in history. What does that mean? A lot of people at home don't know what that means, so I'm going to explain it. And it's 100% of what he asked for. It means cleaning up pollution in communities that have disproportionately borne the brunt of environmental pollution. It also means capping wells where big oil companies left wells uncapped with methane pouring out. It means putting people back to work to do the work we need to do to help create a clean energy economy for the long term.
Now, a lot of people are wondering if House Speaker Nancy Pelosi messed up this deal that President Biden agreed to, or if she's saving the day for the next stimulus package, as she's saying that there won't be a bipartisan bill passed in the House of Representatives. She's in charge of the House of Representatives until the Senate also approves the Democrat-only infrastructure package, aka the reconciliation process, which is the second half of the infrastructure package, aka the next stimulus package. So she's saying that the House of Representatives will not pass the bipartisan infrastructure deal that President Biden just agreed to until the Senate passes that and the next stimulus package. And that once the Senate passes the infrastructure package, part 1, and the social infrastructure package, part 2, the stimulus package, she says they can pass the second part through reconciliation, which is what we all kind of expect, what I've been saying on this channel. There's almost no Republicans that are going to support it. They're going to have to pass that through reconciliation. Then the Senate has to pass both of those and then send them over to the House, and she will let the House vote on both of them and pass them both at the same time, kind of as an insurance policy to make sure the stimulus package get passed. I personally didn't see a problem with this. I thought it would have been okay to pass the physical infrastructure package with the Republicans. I actually think that will move it through faster, get it done. Then we can move on the next stimulus package and pass that through reconciliation. Senator Joe Manchin, who's remember, the Democrats are going to pass this on their own. So they really only need to negotiate amongst their own Democrats, and they just need Democrats like Senator Joe Manchin to fall in line and say yes, along with all the other Democrats, like they did with the third stimulus check package. Joe Manchin did say yes with the third stimulus check package. I didn't really see an issue here. I thought that, okay, we'll pass the infrastructure package with bipartisan. Then we'll pass the next stimulus package with reconciliation. But maybe she's concerned that the Joe Manchins of the world are going to put up a fight. And this is maybe her insurance policy to make sure that the next stimulus package gets passed as well. Well, problem with this is that Republicans are now maybe thinking about backing out of the deal they made with Biden because they're not happy about this ultimatum that Nancy Pelosi gave them, and then President Biden backed Nancy Pelosi and said that he'll back her on it. As you can see here, Republican senators reject Biden trying bipartisan infrastructure deal to also include the bigger spending package, the next stimulus package. Biden said in a second stimulus package on Democratic priorities must be passed in tandem. As you can see here, the day after President Biden touted a deal with a bipartisan group of senators on the infrastructure package, other Republican lawmakers have raised new questions about whether they'll support it or not, objecting to him saying he won't sign the measure if it passes unless it's tied to the separate larger package aimed at funding his key priorities, aka the American Families Plan, the next stimulus package. But even as they told reporters we have a deal on Thursday, Biden joined a chorus of Democrats who said their willingness to advance the infrastructure package depends on whether the second, a $6 trillion stimulus package, that's not really fair there to say $6 trillion because $6 trillion is with the two packages combined. But nonetheless, it's just kind of a minor detail there. That the second package's focus is on human infrastructure, priorities including childcare, housing, and can get a green light in Congress, along with all the different stimulus items that they're proposing: Social Security increases, Medicare increases, a possible fourth stimulus check, and more. President Biden says, if this is the only one that comes to me, the first package, I'm not signing it, referring to the infrastructure packet. It has to be in tandem or passed together. Of course, then Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell says that Biden requiring the second package also almost makes your head spin, quote, less than 2 hours after publicly commending our colleagues and actually endorsing the bipartisan agreement, the president took the extraordinary step of threatening to veto it. An expression of bipartisanship and then an ultimatum on behalf of your left-wing base. And that's where it's kind of interesting because we don't know if Nancy Pelosi went rogue and forced Biden's hand on this, because Nancy Pelosi is in charge of the House of Representatives. She can decide that bill not to get voted on and go against the president. The president backed her afterwards, but the question is, did the president know this ahead of time, or did Nancy Pelosi just kind of step out and as a show of her power? I mean, we've seen this from Mitch McConnell plenty of times against his own Republican President Trump. So it's not unheard of to think that Nancy Pelosi would also do this against Biden, or if it was strategy, and they both knew about this ahead of time, and this was just kind of, Biden can kind of like blame it on her, but yet he also has to back her at the same time. And now it gets tricky because Republicans are saying, well, they might not vote for it, but remember, not all the Republicans are probably going to vote for it anyways. We only need about 10 Republican votes, maybe a few more if we don't get all the Democratic votes for that. But then they're going to have to pass it and then pass the next stimulus package as well. So actually, we could start to see the stimulus negotiations really speed up here, because if they're going to pass the infrastructure package here quickly, soon, they're going to also need to pass the stimulus package pretty soon thereafter. So we actually might see a flurry of, hey, this is going to be in the package, this might be in the package, all these 20 different items that they're currently negotiating on in the next stimulus package: a possible fourth stimulus check, the possible monthly recurring stimulus checks, a possible extension of the monthly checks called the child tax credits that are $250 to $300 per month for children starting on July 15th. That's only passed for 1 year this year. They want to extend that till 2025 or even permanently. They also want 2 years of free preschool, 2 years of free college for all adults that qualify for the third stimulus check, that income threshold, as well as possible student loan debt forgiveness, other types of debt forgiveness, Medicare expansion to include hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids included in Medicare for free, no additional cost. If you have those benefits right now through Medicare, you might not have to pay for them anymore and actually could save hundreds of dollars per year if they include it for free. Then you might not have to pay for it. But about 75% of seniors do not have those benefits right now. And also, there's 3 different Social Security proposals to raise Social Security. There's a lot in this next stimulus package that I will keep you up to date on. I'll link you to some important videos you can watch next about those other topics. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. And remember that new videos come out here on our channel at 10 a.m., 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribing is completely free. You can also share this video down below if you have any friends or family that are on unemployment or concerned about these upcoming checks. Share this channel with them, share this video with them. I will keep all you guys up to date on all the different stimulus programs and provisions going on. You can click this video here to see my newest video about states, cities, and counties passing their own stimulus checks and stimulus packages. This top video is my most recent urgent video about the child tax credit monthly payments going out to children. And this bottom video is about Social Security increases from President Biden. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.